gamers, Andrew Singh from 3D Central here, and if you're wondering what's on my head, this is a fully 3D printed hat designed by Jay Waller. Print that thing. He's got a really cool YouTube channel, and he's designed a lot of really cool stuff. You might recognize his name as the designer of the 3D printed cat armor, and I printed a set of this a while ago, and I actually had the picture of my cat published in Vogue magazine in India, and there's something like 100,000 copies in circulation of my cat in a magazine, which is pretty cool. So he made this hat. It's a really cool print, and we made this one on our MakerBot Replicator 5th generation, and we paused it at a couple different layers and changed filaments and printed out the brim separately. But we wanted to make a new one because we just got the MakerBot Replicator Plus. It's MakerBot's newest printer, and we wanted to put a really big stress test, something that takes up the entire volume of the print bed, which is pretty big. So we wanted to put a full bed print on it. So we took his hat as one piece and put it on the plate. So I'm going to show you how we printed it and how we removed it and what it looks like and how it handled these insane overhangs with no support. You ready? Let's go.
Here we can see the model on the plate in MakerBot Print. This is just an orbital view of the model sitting on the plate of the Replicator Plus before we've sliced it. Now let's slice it using the MakerBot Print software. Here we can see the graphics being generated from the model. And here we can see up to layer height, so we can actually see the toolpath moves, and we can see the support material, the raft, and we can see the actual model itself. And we can adjust the slider to see the model as it's being printed, which is a nice feature in the new software. You can also toggle the view of the support material on or off, so you can see exactly how much support material will be generated. Great, now let's see how it looks printed.
The new MakerBot Replicator Plus uses a flex build plate to actually print objects onto, which is kind of a cool step forward. Instead of having to place builder's tape down or having to put down hairspray or stuff like that, the idea is it's sort of a build tack surface that is built onto a flexible sort of semi-rubber platform. So once your part is finished and once it's printed, you actually twist the bed like this, and then you can grab the piece and pull it off. And then the raft just separates from there. Separating the hat from the raft is a pretty straightforward process. Just put a glove on, grab your scraper tool, and find a good spot to get the scraper tool between the raft and the print, and just scrape all the way around. Now we have the finished hat. For a part that was printed with no support, the hat printed out really, really well on the MakerBot Replicator Plus. The amount of detail that resolved on the bottom, even at like a 60-degree overhang, is really incredible. Even with no support, there is very little droopage. The parts look a little bit gnarly at the very top, but along the side walls, they look really good. And there were no real hanging strands or anything like that. So everything came out looking just like this. There's a couple pieces on the side where there's a little bit of flash where the retraction maybe could have been set a little bit faster. And there's some strands. But as far as the actual overhang, this is something we used to see on our Replicator 1st generation, which has 3,000 hours on it. But this is not something that we really see in a lot of other printers, the ability to print overhangs like this. So this is a really cool part to see. We've been using MakerBot replicators for a long time. We bought our first MakerBot replicator back in 2012 because it was one of the first MakerBots you could buy that wasn't sold as a kit. You could actually buy it pre-assembled. You could buy it, it would be shipped to you, and then you could start printing immediately, which was kind of a cool novelty. And when we bought it the day it came out. It was serial number 18. It was so cool. And we bought it, we used it, we still use it. We bust it out every now and then just to make sure it still works and print out stuff on it. And it has 3,100 hours on it, which is a lot of print time. and it works great, and it's a really fun printer, and we've been using MakerBots ever since, and it became part of our company. We're actually MakerBot resellers now. So full disclosure, we actually sell MakerBot printers. So in this video, I want to make clear that this isn't a review of the MakerBot Replicator Plus. We haven't actually really tested it out yet, but when we got it, we usually do stress tests on all of our printers before we start selling them. So with this printer, the first thing we did is we unboxed it and we put a 10-hour print on it. Immediately was this giant hat, which is really complicated, has lots of overhangs, and it was the first thing we did. So it looks pretty good. So I'm looking forward to doing some more tests on it and printing out some more stuff similar to this and seeing what it looks like. Here's our original MakerBot Replicator. You can see on the info screen the lifetime printing hours exceeds 3,100 hours, which is a lot of printing for a first generation original MakerBot. Our current MakerBot Replicator 5th generation has 2,700 hours of print time on it. That's a substantial amount of printing for a printer that's less than a year old. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. This video is a lot of fun to make. You can find all the links to download this hat in the description of this video. If you like this channel and you want to see more build videos, you can find the link to subscribe up in this corner here. And if you're a big Steven Universe fan and you came to this channel because you saw our video on the Rose Quartz sword, you will see we have a special surprise right here. And we're gonna have a new video coming up really soon showing you how to build your very own pearl spear. And I'm really excited to make that. We've been working on it for a little bit, and I'm really excited to share it with everybody. So that'll be coming out soon. In the meantime, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We just crossed 1,500 subscribers this morning, and that's awesome. That's so cool. And as always, guys, have fun printing.